Our third speaker tonight is Mr. Jonathan Shaw. Mr. Shaw, please go ahead.
Hello, members of the board. Thank you for having me today. My name is Jonathan Shaw. I've been teaching in Howard County for 4.5 years. I'm the full-time health teacher at Wilde Lake High School, as well as the varsity tennis coach. The reason I'm here today is to discuss something that I believe is currently missing in the public school system, and that is accountability. One of the things I continuously stress to all of my students is to make sure that in school and in life, they are holding themselves accountable. Don't blame other people in life, if you don't get where you want to go, but instead take a nice long look in the mirror and evaluate yourself objectively. However, I believe as it currently stands that we as educators are doing an absolutely horrific job in holding these kids accountable in the school system. What kind of message are we sending to the kids when we as educators are encouraged to give the students a 50% on assignments where they do not hand it in? Can anyone in here tell me anywhere in the real world where you do 0% of the work and get 50% of the credit? Don't think it exists. What about the message we send to them when we as educators are encouraged that when a student hands in an assignment late, let's say 4 days late as an example, to not take off any points, for that assignment being handed in late? Where in the real world are there 0 consequences for missing a deadline by 4 days? Don't you get fired from your job if you do that a couple of times? You see, what we think we're doing is helping them, but in actuality, what I believe we're doing is we are setting them up for failure and heartbreak when they leave Howard County public school systems. Teaching students not to hold themselves accountable in the classroom is teaching them not to hold themselves accountable in the real world where it matters the most. Not only are leaders in the public school system not holding the students accountable, they are not holding educators accountable as well. And this is the main reason why I'm here today, because not holding the teachers accountable is a problem that needs to start to be addressed immediately. And this school board needs to start to be held accountable as well. I'm not sure who on this Board of Ed is aware of this problem, but if you're not, then please allow me to explain. There are a group of educators in basically every public school in America, and Howard County is no exception, where these group of educators believe that they have the right to politically indoctrinate the students in the classroom, and it's time that those educators are held accountable for what they are doing. It's time for this school board to come forward and let the communities, parents, and most importantly, the students, the people who matter the most, know that they deserve a politically neutral education rather than what we currently have in place, which is anything but neutral, in my opinion. To finish up, I want to be clear. This is not a conservative is better than liberal or liberal is better than conservative thing. That has nothing to do with any of this. But the public school systems and the educators themselves have absolutely no rights in dictating a student's political beliefs or ideologies. Those decisions need to be at home. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next speaker is